Hey, what is up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I appreciate everyone that's tuned in and been a supporter since the beginning. This is just a reintroduction to my page. I did a Q&A on Instagram for anybody who wanted to ask me questions about my life, anything about blogging, fashion, etc. This is going to be that video, reintroducing my page and answering a few questions for you guys. Some new things that are going to be on here. In the past, I had some tutorials and some things of that such. Now it's just going to be vlogs, fashion reviews, and basically some outfits of the day, and telling you guys maybe some tips on how to be an entrepreneur and how I go about doing things. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's jump into this Q&A. At Street Style Post, do you have any pictures of when you first started out? I actually do, and I'll put them somewhere around this screen and show you the beginning stages. They're actually at the bottom of my Instagram if you would like to go look and scroll that far. What's your grail shoe? My grail shoe in my collection is my Fear of Gods. I say that for those for quite a while, so that's my grail shoe. It might not be everybody's or somebody's like out there that has a ton of shoes, but Fear of Gods are definitely my grail shoe. Brandon F6_. When did you decide to become a blogger? I decided to become a blogger full time probably about 6 months ago, and a year total I've been doing it like kind of seriously. I started off taking pictures with a photographer out here called 90 Points, Dimitri, kind of just walking around, shooting my fits with my friends, just hanging out downtown. So that's how I kind of got into it, and then it just kind of took off from there. So about 6 months full time, but like a year total. Have you ever considered being a personal stylist? No, because I don't like to force my style on someone else. But I have given tips to like my friends or other people about how to put stuff together. And, you know, I feel like everyone should form their own style themselves, but you can pick and choose like different things from people. So I don't mind helping people out and definitely giving my input on things. But being a personal stylist, that's not really my lane, so I'll leave that to them. At BRBEKO, or I don't know how to say it. If I slaughter your name, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, trust me. What kind of difficulties and obstacles did you face at the beginning? I would say at the beginning, I didn't realize like what type of influence I had, so I wasn't really thinking about making money off of it, which is not something that you shouldn't do off the bat. But companies tend to take advantage of people who don't understand like the marketing aspect of being an influencer. So I was just taking in a lot of free product and kind of just pushing it for the free, and wasn't getting compensated for any of my work. So that's one thing that I realized at the beginning is I kind of got taken advantage of when it came to that. But it is good to do free work at the beginning to build your portfolio, so don't get me wrong with that. Just know when you should be compensated for something that you're doing for a company. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I would like to be in a creative directing position, either for my own company or for multiple companies, bringing in different concepts for shoots and creative directing for any type of shoot. Over the past couple weeks, I've been doing a lot of creative directing, and I've seen a better results in my campaigns. So I definitely want to get into that, and in 5 years, hopefully that happens. Deanful_ways with the Z at the end, swag on it. What inspired you to get into streetwear fashion? I kind of got into streetwear fashion because of my dad and just watching him dress growing up, and then looking up to Costa Williams and Magic Fox, Stephen the Kid, and people of that sort. I kind of fell into it that way and kind of formed my own style about it and brought a little bit of casualness to it to fit my type of feel. So that's kind of how I got into streetwear. It's mostly my dad and growing up seeing him dress well as my grandpa. What do you like about fashion culture the most? I like about fashion is because there's like different categories. You got your hype beast, which I don't like. You got people that are casually dressed, just like a button-up, something simple. You got your streetwear people. You got your vintage people. You got thrift shoppers. You got a whole variety of people that are kind of like drawn together because they like fashion in a sense. So it's just a big community of people with different visions that they see when they see an outfit, and they're able to take that and show you with their clothing. So I think that's the best thing that I like about the culture of fashion. At Lord's Devil, how did you start your own brand? I wouldn't say that I have a brand. I have more of a custom line that I just do custom pieces for people. I started back in college just making stuff that I typically couldn't afford, putting zippers on pants, ripping them up and just making them for people. So I wouldn't technically say that I have a brand. I just have a custom piece line that I take and make cool for people who actually want it. At Cali Vibes, if you could enter the mind of creative director for a month, whose would it be? I would say Virgil, just for the simple fact that he's able to take such a simplistic design and make it the most hype thing ever, and people continuously buy it over and over and over again. So I would like to know how he goes about marketing, or how he went about marketing when he first started his company, and see how I can implement that into being a blogger and marketing myself. So Virgil from Off-White would definitely be a creative director that I would like to get inside the mind of. At Translucency, a lot of people had some of the similar questions. He wanted to know how I started. I started basically just taking pictures of my outfits, going out with my friends, even if it was on an iPhone or something like that, and I met up with a lot of local photographers and took a lot of pictures. Didn't have any concepts or brands I was specifically shooting for. I was just shooting whatever I was wearing, posted it on Instagram, kind of worked my way up to being like the top streetwear pages, getting into outfit grids, outfit tosses, outfits of the day, stuff like that. So that's how I kind of got into it. It was just me just taking pictures of my outfits, doing my thing, and then just moving it into more of a business aspect and coming up with concepts for specific brands. At Who's the Official, favorite and least favorite brands. My favorite brand personally is Daniel Patrick. I love the way their shirts feel. I love their shoes. Shoes-wise, I would go with Rick Owens, but overall brand, I would go with Daniel Patrick for sure. Least favorite brand, Supreme. Don't like them. Overrated. Everyone freaking wears it. It's stupid. They just had a collab with Louis V. It's awful. So Supreme's overrated, and that is my least favorite brand. At Stushley Bain, who influences your style? There's a variety of people. Costa Williams, Magic Fox if I want to go casual. I'll go look at GQ, Mr. Porter. There's not really specifics. There's just a variety of things that I tie in to my style. I go to different people for certain looks and styles, I would say. What are some things you have done to master your poses? Mastering poses is just working at it, doing it over and over again. Mastering the safe face or an over exaggerated stride is just repetition. Just like people say, you know, the practical thing, practice makes perfect. I'm basically perfected a long stride, safe face, post up against the wall, anything and everything, an action shot off the wall. So it's just practice. What advice could you give someone trying to find their style and dominate and killing it? I would say stick to it, but don't be afraid to evolve and try new things. I never thought that I would wear Rick Owens because they look like clown shoes at first, in my opinion. I was like, dude, those are really stupid to wear, but as I bought them and learned how to style them, it became more of me. So I would say try new things, definitely. One thing that I did at the beginning, I wore like fedora hats. It was very cool back then because I saw Stephen the Kid wearing it. So I definitely picked that up from him, implemented that into my style from an early start. So trying new things and stepping outside of your comfort zone is how you master your style. At Jabozi, what inspired you to start pushing your dreams? I didn't like going to work and listening to somebody tell me what to do, when I could go eat, when I could take off, and when I was able to do just basically whatever throughout the week, and was off 2 days a week, and one being Sunday, because we were closed on that day. So that's what made me start pursuing my dreams. Is I got tired of listening to other people when I was way more creative than them, not being cocky or anything. It's just how I felt about the situation. What is your number one tip that you do on a daily basis? Is plan out the next day. When you finish what you were supposed to do the day before, plan out your next day so you're always ready to go and not just sitting around wasting time. I figured that out at the beginning. If I didn't plan what I was supposed to do, I never got anything done, and it was just a disaster and I wasn't landing anything. But when I started strategically planning on what brands I wanted to reach out to, what time of the month, what time of the day I wanted to email, that's when I started landing a lot more deals and getting stuff actually done. At Christianese, I don't know how to say it. But what are your plans for your future styles? Definitely switch it up, add some more casual GQ looks in there, and definitely step away from streetwear, not all the time, but definitely implement different things like that. At Tiffle Photo, how did you build your business to the point to where you could focus on it? I basically let everything go that didn't mean anything or have any relevance to my life. I let it go and started focusing on something that I actually wanted to do and let all the BS go. in a sense. At the air you need, what is your biggest push to do what you're doing today is basically work for myself, smile, be happy every single day, and not have to worry about going to work and working for somebody else and making them super rich, and you're never going to be rich. So that's why. Thank you guys for tuning into that Q&A. There will be plenty of more content coming up in the next couple weeks. I'm going to try to drop a video once a week. I'm not making any promises right now because I have to build up my content. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that button down below or wherever I put it. And like this video if you enjoyed it. Appreciate it, and thanks for tuning in.